And they're off on Mother's Day. Z Bogdan very fast to open up a 2-length lead immediately. In pursuit there is D Hopper from second and One True Due to the outside. And here on the outside too is Locomotive is eager to go. Locomotive chugging along into third position heading into the turn. One True Dude is back in fourth on the inside. Minister is racing in fifth position. A 3 wide Joby Bratt. And so the 2 back, and for the Love of Run is racing to the tail of the field as they come midway on the turn toward the top of the stretch. After that is Made from Leona racing to the back of the pack with Pretty Jimmy next. And last back there is Fiery Debut. They're into the stretch, a furlong left to go. Z Bogdan speeds trying to stay on. Z Bogdan is the leader. Z Bogdan by 3/16 left to go. One True Dude charging into second, but too late to catch Z Bogdan. Z Bogdan, One True Dude, and then it was D Hopper in close for fourth. What a Bazinga Bee by Lionhearted, bred in Maryland by Joseph Bessaker. $2 exacta, $209. Dollar trifecta, $564.80. $1 superfecta, $2,444.50. Second race, the For Ferociousness won over. Scratch number 7, No Tip Tony. And they're off. Dine and Dash and In My Memories, Can Do on the outside. Ferociousness there between horses. And Island Dream Girl is fifth on the inside. Down the backstretch run. Thunder in Paris and Gaga's Handsome is last. About 6 or 7 lengths off the pace. Now In My Memories up front. In My Memories, rail in a narrow lead. Dine and Dash pressing on the outside. And Can Do right there lurking third position. Island Dream Girl riding the inside from fourth. Just 2.5 from the front as they round the far turn. Gaga's Handsome. Ferociousness and Thunder in Paris. 3 is to go, and 3 of them line up across the track. On the inside, In My Memories, Dine and Dash, and Can Do, Gaga's Handsome. Island Dream Girl saving that ground with a quarter to go at Pimlico. In My Memories, Dine and Dash there on the outside. A gap of 5 lengths back. Gaga's Handsome is in third position as they come to the final furlong. Island Dream Girl backed out of it a bit. They're coming to the last furlong, and it is Dine and Dash. Dine and Dash in a real tussle with In My Memories. In My Memories coming back on the inside. In My Memories game, but Dine and Dash, a very game winner from In My Memories. Then Thunder in Paris picks up third, and Gaga's Handsome fourth. Official Dine and Dash. Thais Lapustina aboard for J.R. Sanchez Racing Stable LLC, trained by Rudy Salomon. Dine and Dash, a 3-year-old bay filly by Super 99 out of a wing. Minute 12.59, $2 exacta 42.20, 1/6 double 80.80. $1 try 100 5.20. Dollar Superfecta 237.40. Third race, number 8, Sir Chance-a-Lot, 3 over. Scratch 11, Mortal Sin. And they're off. Sir Chance-a-Lot quick away from the starting gate, and Sigmund up on the inside with early speed as well. Back to Dominguez, and Baby Oscar is firing up close to the pace too. That's Mr. Tap was away in pretty good order, is settled about 5 off the pace. So Sir Chance-a-Lot is the leader. Sigmund out of the inside, and Baby Oscar take it back a little bit. Dominguez is in fourth. That's Mr. Tap. Here's Boys of Summer. About 7 lengths from the speed as they round that first turn. A whiz bang on the inside. Gotta be proud of the 2 path. Got to Keen Surge, and Tetched is last of them all. Tetched trailing the field, some 14 off the pace. Good pace going though. Down the back stretch, and it's Sir Chance-a-Lot in front, and a keyed up Baby Oscar coming to put the pressure on Sigmund right there in between horses. 3 of them mixing it up on the pace. Dominguez and That's Mr. Tap traveling 4th and 5th. They're 4 from the lead. Another 2 lengths back. Boys of Summer got to be proud. Then back to Keen Surge, and then Tetched second last position, and whiz bang at the tail of the field heading into the far turn run. As they round that turn, it's Sir Chance-a-Lot holding a narrow lead. Sir Chance-a-Lot is just in front. In between horses, Sigmund is right there. Baby Oscar still in the mix while 3 wide. Boys of Summer is trying to gain ground on the far outside, and Dominguez looks for a bit of racing room down to the inside and some traffic. They race for home, top of the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to go. On the outside is Baby Oscar punching a narrow lead. Here comes Keen Surge. Keen Surge with a good late kick, and also in between horses, Gotta Be Proud has come from nowhere to split horses out of the inside. Got to be proud. Gotta be proud, Keen Surge. Gotta be proud, Keen Surge. Keen Surge, gotta be proud. Nose and nose down to the line. Photo. Gotta be proud, Keen Surge at Boys of Summer. Owned by Copperville Farm, trained by Tim Keefe. 5-year-old bay gelding by Gadabardo on Achilles Pride by Keela. Bred in Maryland by Susan Watts. Minute 49.58 seconds. $2 exacta $43, dollar trifecta $105.80, dollar superfecta $725.80, $632 double $73.20, 50-cent pick $307.35. Fourth race, the Happy Mother's Day race. No changes exacta trifecta superfecta double pick 3. First race of the Chesapeake pick 6. Carry over $4,588 in the Chesapeake pick 6. Good morning, everyone. And they're off. Tethered Soul, Superpower, good start. Tavern Time is there, and there goes Hot Stot. Hot Stot on the rail. Hot Stot leads the way to the turn run with Tavern Time, and Superpower right there with a pace in 3rd position as they round the turn. Top Blood travels in 4th. Then it's Amy's Music within 4 lengths of the lead. Tethered Soul's in between horses. And some trouble there for Top Blood. Had to steady just a tad. And a little bit ranked there is Top Blood. And last of them all on the outside is National Law, held up at the back of the pack and now taken out in the clear for the backstretch run. 5 1/2 furlongs left to go. Superpower, Hot Stot head to head on the pace together. Tethered Soul, Amy's Music. National Law's 5th on the outside, and followed by Top Blood as they head on for the far turn run as Tavern Time is up close to the pace. Hot Stot leads the way. Hot Stot just in front. Superpower has been pressing every step of the way. Amy's Music and Tavern Time is in 4th. National Law Law. It followed by Top Blooded Tethered Soul in the back. Into the far turn, 3 ace left to run. Superpower Amy's Music looms with a 3 wide bid. Hot Start is coming under pressure. Just in behind him is Tavern Time in the white cap. National Law on the far outside with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Suddenly wide open, Amy's Music. National Law set down on the outside. Here comes National Law, and Superpower driven on the inside is still game and coming back for more. 3 chances, 1 furlong left to go as Tavern Time is in fourth. National Law just in front from Amy's Music, leaving Superpower behind. National Law, Jebby on Toledo to win it by a great neck. Amy's Music was second, closer for third. Tavern Time or Superpower. Pick 3, 636. $2 exacta 36.20. Dollar trifecta 65 even. Dollar superfecta 163.30. National Law for Colts Next Stables LLC, trained by George Duetta Jr. Javion Toledo jockey, 3-year-old Grey Colt National Law by Constitution, out of Susan. In the 5th race, number 1, Salvo Trigger, jockey Andres Chavez. 9 is 3 over, 10-5 over. Scratch the alternates 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3. 50-cent value pick 5. 5 furlongs turf rail at 20 feet. Pimlico, home of the Preakness, where the track is fast and the turf is firm. And they're off. Last away was Let Fly. Salvo Trigger firing out from the inside. Hot Truck Bob, and now here's Rebel Memory firing up with early speed too. Shane Falco travels fourth, heading for the far turn past the half-mile pole. Agent Kelly is in between rivals. Back to Italiano Kid, then Go To Bingo. After that is Great Artist Cause It's Chilly, and Let Fly in the back into the far turn with 3 furlongs left to run. Salvo Trigger narrow lead. Salvo Trigger just in front. Rebel's Memory alongside in second. Shane Falco down to the inside, and Agent Kelly up close there in fourth position as they swing to the top of the stretch and make the turn for home at the 360s. Salvo Trigger still there. Salvo Trigger's just in front from Agent Kelly, trying to get by to the center of the track. Outside there is Italiano Kid firing up with a late run too. Here's Agent Kelly, Italiano Kid closing on the outside. Agent Kelly holds off Italiano Kid. Then it was Shane Falco and Salvo Trigger. Here's Agent Kelly stepping in for the win picture. $162.50. Double 27.20, pick 3, $34.65. Pick 4, $243.55. Dollar Superfecta pays $2,368.70. Pick 5 result. 50-cent pick. These light winds out of the northeast. Here's a look at your program changes. And they're off. Great Andre, Green-Eyed Monster in the early firing line with speed and lift the lid, racing up on the inside. Tune to the Moon in fourth. Then it's back to Shkara Fire, and Ready for Magic is on the outside. Grayson's Girl taken to the back of the pack there is taken back some 7 lengths off the pace. Alongside of her is Divine Works. So Grayson's Girl held up in the back, about 6 lengths from the front. Here's Great Andre showing the way into the far turn run. Ready for Magic moves to second. Shkara Fire is in third. On the inside is Tune to the Moon is in fourth. Length and a half more, and Divine Works is traveling in fifth. Now Grayson's Girl has been guided to the outside. She's opting to come about 6 wide past the quarter pole. Plenty to do though for Grayson's Girl. She's out wide, turning for home, and it's Great Andre. Great Andre shakes 3 by 3 from Tune to the Moon in second, and Ready for Magic in third. Great Andre for a long left to go, trying to dazzle them all the way. Great Andre holding strong. Great Andre and the X-Man in front by 4. Tune to the Moon second, and a belated run from Grayson's Girl outside third, and then Divine Works will check in fourth. Great Andre all the way. Great Andre for Gene Gould Jr., bred in Maryland by Rebecca Davis. Jerry Robb trainer. Xavier Perez winning jockey. Great Andre 3-year-old bay filly by Sky Mesa out of Waterside Dream by Great Notion. Minute 12.39 running time. Great Andre owned by Gene Gould Jr., trained by Jerry Robb with Xavier Perez. $2 double for $623. Pick 3, $33. Pick 4, $166.95. $2 exacta $59.60. Trifecta $104.20. Superfecta $586.60. 7th race back to the turf mile in an 8th. Scratch. And they're off. First away from the mark, Kunos, who's going right to the front, but also speed from Mo Joke down to the inside. Kunos and Mo Joke. 1-2, Artwell is third in the initial furlong. El Fuego Mas Brillante gets over to about the 3 path in the far outside draw. Here is Little Sebastian, settling about 7 or 8 lengths off the speed as 3 of them line up across the course. Bull Licorice is followed by the Gray Flannel Boss, and Book It with Haddad and Says Nola to the back, and True Faith is the last runner. 18 to 20 lengths will cover front to back as Artwell goes up by 2 around that first turn run. Mo Joke is on the chase out from second as they make that turn past the 6 furlong mark. And on the outside is Kunos back in third position. Good pace going. Here's El Fuego Mas Brillante racing fourth, already 9 to 10 lengths off the lead. Lil Sebastian, Bull Licorice racing as a team. That's another 5 back to Book It with Haddad. After that is Gray Flannel Boss. In the back of the pack, a True Faith and Cessnola heading into the far turn run. It's been a solid pace so far. Artwell leads by 3. Artwell from Mo Joke, and Kunos trying to get closer once more from third. El Fuego Mas Brillante is in fourth. Little Sebastian's working harder on the inside. Bull Licorice right alongside of that one as they reach for home. Then Great Flannel Boss at the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. And here is Artwell trying to stay the distance. Kunos up on the outside. Mo Joke, El Fuego Mas Brillante toward the center of the track. And Book It with Haddad is picking up and diving to the inside. Big opening there for Book It with Haddad. Book It with Haddad surging up the rail. Here comes Book It with Haddad. El Fuego Mas Brillante and Book It with Haddad up on the inside. Keeps on coming. Book It with Haddad. Book It with Haddad, 12 to 1 winner. El Fuego Mas Brillante. Then it was Artwell and Bold Licorice. $1,741.80. Here's Book It with a Dodge. Evan Toledo aboard for the victory. Owned by Club 65 Racing, Liberty House Racing, Horatio DePaz trainer. 3-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Liam's Map. By a Pretty Shady by Painter. Bred in New York by 3C Stables. Number 8, For the Love of Run, 4 over. And they're off. Bit slow to begin was Majestic Creed. Lovely Charm with a sharp break is going right to the front at the rail. And then it's Northern Glow in close attendance but taken back a little bit. Majestic Creed moves forward after breaking last in the field. And there goes Majestic Creed up on the outside about the 3 or 4 path, putting a bit of pressure on Lovely Charm early. In fact, going on to take the lead is Northern Glow back in third position, 6 more lengths. And Viennese Waltz is fourth of the 4 with 3/4 of a mile left to run. It's Majestic Creed up top, trying to slow up the pace now. Leads it by a length and a half. From Northern Glow close in second. Lovely Charm, well relaxed in third position, still right there. Another 6-length gap, and it's Viennese Waltz still fourth. With 4 1/2 furlongs left to go, and a Majestic Creed, a narrow lead. Majestic Creed from Northern Glow, as Lovely Charm's at the rail, third position. Another 3 back, and Viennese Waltz trying to get going from the back around the far turn. And on the outside, Northern Glow is first to challenge, now take the lead from Majestic Creed. And then Lovely Charm has come off the inside to try to run on from third position as they reach around the turn toward the top of the stretch. And last is Viennese Waltz. 1/4 to go at Pimlico. And there's Northern Glow. Northern Glow, Lovely Charm, 1-2 with 3/16 of a mile to left to run. Northern Glow kept to task by Sheldon Russell with a 3-length lead. Lovely Charm on the inside second. Viennese Waltz reaching up on the outside. Viennese Waltz coming with a late flourish on the far outside. Northern Glow. Viennese Waltz closing the gap, but too late. It is Northern Glow. Northern Glow by 2.5 or 3 lengths. Viennese Waltz was second. Lovely Charm third. By Not for Love. Northern Glow scores in race 8. Official $2 exacta, $29.60. Dollar trifecta, $36.40. 1-5 double, $132. Pick 3, $125.45. My Vanilla and the 11 Love Park. Debut. Jockey now. Just about set. And they're off. I Think I Love You. Conceptualize and Mendrell on the early firing line. Lady Doro is in the 4th spot on the backstretch run. As they move down the backstretch now, settling it outside is Lost River, some 7 lengths off the front, about the 2 or 3 path. Charmin is racing on the inside, and back to Chantico. And New Boots has dropped to the back of the pack into the far turn. They roll. I Think I Love You, Mendrell. 1-2 would Conceptualize in pursuit right off the pacemakers. And Lady Doro is looming up there from 4th position with a 1/4 to go at Pimlico. Mendrell pushing on to the lead. Mendrell from I Think I Love You. Set down center is Lady Doro. Here comes Lady Doro out center of the course. Mendrell is desperate but hanging on to the lead. Mendrell is digging, showing some gameness here. The outside, Lady Doro. Lady Doro, Mendrell. Mendrell turns back Lady Doro. Mendrell, Ultra Game winner. Mendrell and Sheldon Russell to do it. Lady Doro is second. Conceptualize and I Think I Love You. 5-year-old Dark Bear Brown mare by Blame, out of custody by Broken Vow. Running time 55.96 seconds, 5 furlongs on the turf with a rail at 20 feet. Fifth number Chesapeake pick six carry over $6,703.02. 5 of 6 in the pick six pays off today. 5 of 6. Check those pick six tickets. Pick 5 pays $1,174.75. And 5 of 6 pick 6